Hey, how are you? Welcome to the new series that I'm starting, and it's all about my Create This Book 2 that I've already started. And since I've already started it, I thought it'd be fun to see if I can finish it before the end of this year. As a matter of fact, I've actually had this book for years. Nearly 5 years, okay?
Do you even see that?
Yes, thank you for that.
Aha! This is the page I've chosen. Do you like it? Wow, I'm so skilled. Is my lighting being weird? Oh, that made it worse.
As you can see, the prompt I've chosen is create randomness, if I'd move my hand out of the way.
Yeah.
Time to actually get this started. And to start, I'm going to move away my Create This book and bring in a different book, my sketchbook. And doing a quick drum roll for luck, and now I'm going to start planning out my rough idea for this page. Keeping in mind, these are just little thumbnail sketches just to plan out kind of where I want my main subjects of this paper to be on.
Go with this side of the page, and then with this side.
Now, because I'm extra, I'm going to decorate around the page because, well, why not? It looks kind of fun, right? Getting rid of this book, and I'm going to bring back my Create This Book 2. Now that my book is back, I can finally start to work on this silly prompt. I'm going to quickly spin the page over, and I'm going to draw the first thing that came to my mind.
Can you even see that?
Well, we kind of can. And for those who are struggling to see it, it's Stitch. If you know me, if you know my channel, he's kind of like one of my big things. I've drawn him many times in my book, and well, I did it again. Now I'm going to start drawing another thing that I draw very often, and it's Nezuko. Again, if you know my channel, well, this would be obvious. And if you know me, then it's even more obvious. However, if you group Stitch and Nezuko together, well, I'd say that's pretty random. When I was drawing Nezuko, I kept noticing, well, that her face is a little bit crooked. You know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna quickly fix up her hairline a bit and kind of create a mess, and I'm gonna finish the rest of this off camera, because, well, it's not the most interesting.
Okay, there's the sketch.
Remember when I said I draw Nezuko a lot? Well, yeah, she's also in my book.
Oh, I'm so original. We do it with the brush nib? Sure.
Well, looks like I'm using the brush nib. Now to fine line what I had originally started, which is Stitch. And as I was fine lining him, I just kept thinking he looks so weird right now, and then it hit me.
His nose looks so weird.
As I was fine lining, I also realized something else.
Very coordinated randomness.
Well, I guess I'm really good at complaining, because the more and more I kept fine lining, well,
Why does his nose look so weird?
the more I kept complaining. Now that that is out of the way, let's go over some of the things that I've added to this masterpiece of mine. Throughout this page, I have added music notes along with a Minnie and Mickey silhouette, which all of these are really important to me. And a crappy pencil. Pause. We need to take a minute to appreciate this beautiful ruler of mine. It is dinosaurs. I mean, come on. And it's plastic, so it sucks. But it's still dinosaurs. Each of these things are some of the first things that came to my mind. I mean, I love music, I play an instrument, and I love Disney, so I think the best way to represent Disney is adding some of its most iconic characters. But now we're finally fine-lining Nezuko, and of course I messed something up, but that's okay, because, well, it's Nezuko. Nothing can go wrong, can it? Except for the fact that it can, because then I just realized the muzzle is a little whack. Now that I think about it, I haven't really talked much about the pencil, but I think it kind of speaks for itself. Considering I'm an art channel and I'm making art right here, well, it represents art. Now you may be wondering what I'm gonna do for the color, and well, it's pencil crayons, obviously. Now, before we do anything, I'm bringing back my Gloria sketchbook again. And so I'm just doing this so I can plan out some of the colors, because I think it's gonna really make sure this piece pops and makes it much better than it is right now. Now that that's done, let us bring back our beautiful Create This Book page. And since we're back on the topic of Create This Book, I'm going to talk a bit more about this series that I'm making here. This series is kind of an interesting one because I don't know if I'm even going to be able to film this whole thing. I'm going to film as much as I can because I think it would be really fun to go on this journey with you guys. Now, just so you guys are aware, I can't guarantee I'm going to be posting on a specific date constantly, but just so you guys do know, I'm going to do my best to record as much of this series as I possibly can, but you might get a couple little teasers, as I might post some on my shorts, and I might also post some of my pages on my community page. Now, I'm going to talk about one more thing about this series so that we get this whole thing out of the way in this first episode. I'm going to do a flip through of my book at the end of the year, and in that video, you're going to get to see every single page that I have done, no matter what. Whether it looks like crap, whether it is a masterpiece. I don't know how this book's going to go in the future, but the video is going to be a super awesome one, and I really hope that you guys will stick with me until then. If you guys do have questions about the series or anything in general, feel free to ask in the comment section. I will reply to it and give you as much of an answer as I can. But anyways, let us get back to the art content. Finally, I'm starting to color in Nezuko after my little mishap, and I'm really hoping you didn't notice. And so, yeah. I'm coloring in her face, and I started realizing there were little, smudges around the paper. It was kind of weird, and so I kind of just kept trying to fix it, and then I made it worse, and then I had to erase, and then recolor, and then erase some more, and then recolor. It was a whole thing, and it was actually really annoying. Now that I have finally gotten that under control, I get to finally start finishing up her little details. And voila! Now we have a Nezuko done. And so now in this little bit, I'm trying to just decide what color I want to do for the background to really make this pop. And typically, since there's a lot of purples, I would do yellow, but there's already yellow stars. So I thought it'd be kind of cute to emphasize the muzzle in a way with it being kind of a yellow tone. I thought it'd be nice to add some purple. And I think that was a good call. Now I'm moving on to the Minnie and Mickey's, just adding some little highlights in their ears. And now I finally get to finish off my man Stitch. Now what I find kind of funny about Stitch is that I actually hated this sketch that I drew of him because it just didn't really look right. But the more and more I'm adding his colors, the more and more it's really starting to look like Stitch. See? That looks like Stitch, right? Now it's time to really make Stitch pop with this nice little yellow circle that I'm putting around him, because I think that will really emphasize the colors of him, which typically you do orange, but I think the yellow looks a little cuter here. And now to finish the pencil. Now that that is done, I'm just going to erase any lines that I missed, and I'm going to add a little bit of stars just to make it a little more random. And again, I'm kind of coordinating this, but you know what, who cares? I think it looks cute. Now, I like it, but there's something missing right now, and so I'm going to quickly start filling up the background. I'm going to do this off camera because it's boring. And now that that is done, it is time for the last little bit of details, and so I'm going to just darken around the little circles around my characters, and now it's done. But I'm not. Really quickly, I'm just going to put a date on the page along with my signature, and boom, it's done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys next video as well. And so stay tuned if you want to see the final results of my Create This Book. Thank you.